Wait, am I retro now? I recorded that intro. I say intro. It's like 3 words, and my mic wasn't recording, and I look like an idiot. Anyways, today is my birthday, and so last year I made the video. Wait, am I retro now on my birthday? And to this day, it's my favorite video I've ever made. Here's my tier list. You can make one if you want to. Um, and I don't really know why. I guess I'll go into that in a bit. But Wait Am I Retro is my favorite video of all time that I've made. And I wanted to make another one, but it is also my least popular video of all time. I think I've made like maybe $12 off of it, which doesn't, like, it's not the thing that matters. But I would like to eat this month, so, you know, I really gotta weigh those options there, especially when I didn't upload last month. But yeah, so you get this instead, where I'm gonna talk about some fun channel stuff and me stuff for a little bit because it's my birthday and I'm allowed to talk about it. So if you're a narcissist like me, I like to Google CO2 Goldie every once in a while, and by every once in a while, it's whenever I'm bored. And the first thing that always comes up, like when you type in CO2 Goldie, is age. People want to know how old I am, and I think that's kind of funny because I have explicitly said it in Wait Am I Retro Now. That was my 20th birthday. Today's my 21st birthday. I am 21 years of age. Whoever edits the wiki, which I guess I have, go ahead and write that one down. I think that's kind of funny because to give you a little timeline of events, Why Are Fighting I'm So Gay? I can't make a single video without mentioning Why Are Fighting I'm So Gay. But yes, that video, as well as Remember Gender Bending episodes, Yeah You Would, and I guess Wait Am I Retro Now, are all videos I made when I was 19 and freshman in college. And it's really funny. The other day, I had someone comment on, I think it was Remember Gender Bending episodes. It might have been Why Are Fighting I'm So Gay. It was one of those two, where they said that I was a really good trans adult role model. And I think that's hilarious because I was a teenager when I made those videos, right? I was 19. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was barely like in my transition. Not that really matters, but like I hadn't really. Why Are Fighting So Gay is the first time I ever said I was trans. Okay, that's the very first time I ever said it out loud, and that's after I was on hormones for however long. And I hadn't even I wouldn't socially transition for another fucking year or so after that. I don't know. Not that matters in context of being called a good trans role model or adult or whatever, but I just think it's kind of funny that I get called out when I was a teenager, because most of my audience is older than me, or at least was older than me based off the charts. And another thing that's kind of funny with all that is when I get a comment, there's one I remember like from a while back, where someone was like, yeah, like, I'm a 40-year-old trans woman and I love watching your stuff. I think what you talk about is really interesting, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, damn, you're old. not in like a mean way, but like, damn, like, there's stuff that I know that you don't. I don't know how to phrase it. Like, how can anything I'm saying be worthwhile when I'm this young, right? And I think that's why some people think that I'm older, because I kind of just act confident in my videos, I guess, about what I'm talking about. Real note, I'm not. Usually I start second guessing myself around the editing mark in my process. Like, I come up with a topic and I'm like, holy fuck, I'm a genius. I'm the greatest ever do it. I write it and I'm like, oh my god, I'm the greatest writer of all time. And then I record the audio and I'm like, ooh, that was kind of bad, but that's okay. We can come back. And then I get to editing, and I'm like, why am I doing this? What is the point of anything I do? And then I post it, and everyone's like, yay, we like it. And I'm like, oh, thank God. That's my cycle, in case you were wondering. But I guess like speaking of my cycle, not like that. Not like that. My video cycle. My channel wasn't supposed to be about gay shit, or I guess more specifically trans stuff. But I'm kind of broadening that a little bit, but it was never supposed to be about this. It was supposed to be about, like, I guess you could more broadly say queer theory, trans theory. It was supposed to be like talking about stuff I liked, and you can tell that by Wait Am I Retro Now. So Why Are Fighting I'm So Gay took off, and then Remember Gender Bending episodes, Yeah You Would, popped off. They're about gender, sexuality, that kind of shit. And so I made Wait Am I Retro Now, which is just about me and my experiences growing up with video games and figuring out my gender and stuff. And I think the video after that was supposed to be about good movement in video games, where I was going to talk about Melee and Rivals 1 and like just other games like Sunset Overdrive, Neon White, that kind of stuff. And I had a friend tell me like, your gender videos did so well, why are you changing it? And I'm like, well, I don't want to be like a trans commentator channel or a trans video essay channel. That's not what I want to do. And I started writing this video, and I realized like how bored I was of it, how boring I thought it was. And then eventually it turned into your name, what was it called? Swapping Bodies, Your Name and Gender Identity. That video eventually got made, and that video also did pretty well at the time. And I was like, well, shit, this is what I'm doing now. But it is funny that I didn't want to do this when everything that I watch and consume and that I like, it has to do with gender in some way, even if it doesn't. For example, I might make this into a video. I don't know. I want to, but I might not. Kill la Kill. I recently rewatched Kill la Kill. I watched it when I was a kid, when I was airing. So I was like 15, maybe? No, I was like 11. I should have not been watching that shit when I was 11. But I watched like the first 6 episodes when I was a kid. And the other day I was really bored and my parents were gone. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna hop on Hulu and see what anime it gives me. And I rewatched Kill la Kill. And I think Kill la Kill is a great show. Sweet Sugar's awesome. But what I think is so interesting about it is how you can analyze it through a feminist lens, right? How it's supposed to be empowering to women's bodies, but at the same time kind of goes against that. And I found myself writing about this on and off over the last week or two. And so I think it just kind of gives insight into how I think about things sometimes. I do this for fun, right? I think about gay shit and that kind of stuff for fun. And I kind of just turn that into what I do. It's not always the easiest because a lot of the times, stuff that I do like, I don't have anything gender related to say about it. Like, I love Persona 3 so much, I don't have anything to say about it. And I kind of wish I did so that I could make a video about it. But I kind of just accepted that, like, hey, maybe some other time, right? And so I guess what I want to do with my channel going forward is, obviously, I'm still going to hone in on, like, trans stuff because that's, you know, what I am, it's what I live, and it's what I like talking about. I think it's a lot of fun. And I do kind of want to broaden it to more queer stuff in general. You saw that with The Male Gaze and the Male Gaze, which is about feminist and queer theory. And I mentioned myself being trans in it, but I don't think I really mentioned trans people at all in it. And that video still did pretty well. I got a bunch of new viewers from that, and I really enjoyed it. And my audience that likes my trans stuff likes it too. And so it all kind of worked out. I definitely want to talk about like lesbian stuff too. I want to talk about like the first lesbian movie, at least the first like big lesbian movie, Maid in Uniform, I think it was, in 1931 Germany. And I think just about like the circumstances in which the film was made is really, really interesting. The film itself is a little problematic by today's standards, and I kind of want to talk about why that is. And in regards to gender, I'm currently editing this new video. I don't know if it's gonna be out yet when this comes out. I took a break from editing to record this because I was like kind of bored. But it's about like memories and how you feel disconnected from your past self when you're trans. And I don't know, it's kind of all over the place, but I do like where I ended up with it. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna keep doing. It's just so interesting because I made my first 2 videos when I was a freshman in college, and now tomorrow I'm moving back to college for my junior year. And it's really interesting just how I've developed as a person and how much I've kind of grown up in that time. I don't know, I feel like every video of myself on this channel is different in a way, and I don't know if I can explain it, but I think if you right now go binge watch all of my videos, you can see that I start to change. I start to become more confident. I get better at editing. It's kind of fun to look back at. And on my doc of things I want to talk about, I have some fun facts. I didn't actually put any fun facts. I just put say fun facts. What's a fun fact of something that's like changed recently? I got diagnosed with ADHD. Who would have guessed? And I'm on meds now, and it's been eye-opening. It's great. It's really helped my mental health out a lot. I no longer live with Dax. If you remember Dax, I think he's been in like 3 videos. I mentioned him in quite a few videos because he's like my best friend, and we were rooming together for the last 2 years. But now he's gonna go live somewhere else, and we said our goodbyes. We hugged each other. I cried a little bit, and I'm gonna live with my good friend Kurt now. So you'll see Kurt in my new videos. He's a great guy. I love him. Yeah, on my Patreon and stuff, I mentioned some videos that I wanted to talk about. Oh, banned trans books. Yes, I love banned trans books. I think they're really interesting. I've only read a few. I read Gender Queer last year, and or maybe it was this year. Maybe it was this year, like early this year, late last year. I think it's a really interesting book, and I think it's interesting to look into why these books are being banned. The answer is 'cause woke, but I guess deeper into why they're banned and like trying to figure out if it's okay to ban them or not. Spoilers, I don't think it's good to ban them personally. Spoiler alert, sorry. Yeah, I guess another fun fact, reading is something I've been really getting back into. I know to be a better writer, you need to be a good reader. And I think my new video showcases my extended vocabulary I've been working on. And I've been trying to, I guess, be a little more professional. Someone said that my videos sound like they were written with AI. Someone said that my writing sounded sophomoric and that I wrote it with AI, or I wrote it with AI. And it's funny that they said my writing sounded sophomoric because I was a sophomore in college when I wrote the video that they commented on. And I do not condone generative AI whatsoever. So, but yes, I've been reading a lot. Sorry, I've been reading a lot. I've been wanting to get this book, Shimmering Images, Trans Cinema Liberation, and the Aesthetics of Change is a book I've been reading through a little bit. Also Drag into Performance and the Trouble with Queerness, great video about drag, or a great book about drag. And then one that I just recently got that I haven't started yet is Manga Cultures and the Female Gaze, what I think is going to be really interesting. And I need to read some Judith Butler. I started some of her stuff, but never got into it. It's really funny looking at my books on my phone because I have Affogato, the BL by Julie Egg on Twitter, right next to these like trans feminist books. But yeah, so I've been reading a lot, trying to be a better writer, trying to learn more things, and just like being, I don't know, just living as a trans person now. A lot of my personal anecdotes and my experiences have changed a lot. Especially, I never really want to talk about this in a video because it feels, I don't know, weird, and it doesn't really matter. But like passing is really, really interesting, and the transphobia that can arise even if you are passing. I made a tweet about it, and some people called me a fucking loser. People that call me a loser were all like cis guys, so whatever. But it's just like, it's weird when you're passing. And especially when you have a girlfriend and now you guys are just getting called friends in public, which is weird. But yeah, that's kind of what I have. My Adderall has been hitting. This has been my stream of consciousness. I've recorded this twice already. Didn't like it. Maybe this one will go up. Who knows? And I've recorded some of this thrice because I did want to talk about some friends that I've made and some experiences I've gotten because of my position now, like as a quote-unquote YouTuber. Obviously, the one that many people may be familiar with is that, you know, me and Mel of Melody No Surname fame we've worked together in a lot of different things, and it's been really, really cool. Behind the scenes, she's super nice. Behind the scenes, I'm not. I'm so mean. But I was on stream with her the other day, and we were playing Fortnite, and my featuring me playlist on my homepage is like 50% Mel videos that I'm in the background of. We're gonna have like an official collab at some point. I want to say later this year, so stay tuned for that. And then let's see, other friends. Ghost Pop of Ghost Pop fame. She's really cool. She voiced Claire in RPG. Awesome. Rhyme of Shitty Kickflips fame. I was on her stream the other night. Super cool. We talk about film a lot. She has like a cool server where we talk about movies and film and stuff. It's awesome. And then, what is her name? Emily of former LTT fame. I don't know why I like started with this bit. I'm just gonna keep going. But Emily, she's super cool. She commented on What Am I Retro Now, and we talked a little bit. She's awesome. I'm really happy that I was able to talk to her. And then there's Saber, also known as Bottleneck Loser on like TikTok or whatever, aka the orange-haired trans girl that gets shit on by Nancy Mace. Um, I interviewed her for a school project. I hit her up because we have a lot of mutuals, and I'm like, "Hey girl, I know I'm a YouTuber, but can I interview you not for YouTube shit?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure. What's it about?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing a study on trans teachers." And she was like, "Oh my god, I'd love to help." And so I interviewed her for a project, and I got 100% on my final. So it was super cool that I got to talk to her. Having a number behind my name does just give me more like confidence to just reach out to people. I'm gonna have another collab coming up soon, and then like I'm gonna be on someone else's channel soon. And so it's just been super cool. I love getting to talk to these people. I guess to talk to these creatives just about stuff that they think is cool and that I think is cool. It's truly an experience that I'm like so grateful for, and I wouldn't be here without you. You personally, you're my best friend. Okay, we're best friends now. I'm kidding, but obviously I am very thankful for everybody that watches my stuff. It's very cool. I've tried recording this video so many times, and I just don't. I'm just gonna let this one roll. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go now. I gotta go record some other stuff for a secret project that you're not gonna know about until it comes out in like a week, I guess. Anyways, today was my first day of junior year. Went great. Super hot out. Trans girls, use sunscreen. Do it. Trust me. Okay? Bye-bye.